AOB. Hey, you know what this is? This is day 100. This is Centennial Day. What's up, Rex? All right, Centennial Day. What that means is this is day 100. Congratulations. It's also another big milestone because we hit 70,000 subs last night. That's right. We hit 70,000 subs last night. Now, as I said before, that's the good news. Sort of the bad news is part 2 of the how-to for beginner guides is like blowing up as well. So far, our biggest have been the part 1 and part 2 of how to do it. And the third part is the third biggest stream is the second biggest stream is how to transfer your money. The third biggest is this part 2, how to for the beginner guide. In just a few hours, it's already up around, I think 8,000 views. Anyway, so, okay, let's get going. I don't know why on my, on my YouTube full stream, it's not going. Oh, well, I don't know. It's going, but it's stuck at the start screen. Oh, man, what a pain on the YouTube thing. All right, let's go. Oh, man. All right, we're back. Let's just roll. Forget about the YouTube one. I'll figure it out later. Now, in 3 videos ago, when I was doing the dice video where I made $4,000, the whole purpose of that video was to show that the live stat screen here that we show with the graph isn't always correct, or it's not with the actual playable balance. Those two are off. And that's very concerning because if one is off, they should be pulling from the same code. It shouldn't be off, right? And if it is, that means if that one's wrong, who knows if our playable balance is wrong as well. Well, in one of the actual 100K videos, it was wrong, and a viewer pointed out at about the minute 5:30 on either the last video or the day before last video, it was off by $45 because it didn't record a loss. So we need to change that day, which was a $405 day, which you see here. That was 2 videos ago. We need to change that 405 to 360. So good call. I'm glad you found it. We need to go to our graph as well and change this 405 to 360. Whoops. There, I wanted everybody to see that. I didn't want to make that change. I wanted to do it live so that you knew that it was being done, because even if it's 45 is 45. We want this to be as accurate. We want it to be 100% accurate. Anyway, okay. Graph is looking good. Check this out. Look at this orange arrow. That's where we want it to go. It's going where we want it to go. Total profit, $33,273. Remember, if you're new here, we're hitting $100,000 in 365 days or less. It's going to be less. We have 333 average. Now that average is including Centennial Day today, surplus of 3,273. Quick announcement. Today for Centennial Day, after this live roulette challenge is over, we'll be doing another stream with giveaways, and I'll be doing, actually 2 more streams. One will be showing a head-to-head between 2 strategies like we did last time. Last time it was Romanovsky, right? And we compared that to Fibonacci single dozen strategy. We might do that one a second time. That one's pretty cool. I like to see how those play out. And then either at the end of that episode, we'll be doing giveaways, or we'll do a 3rd session. Also, Max will be hopping in here pretty soon. Max will be doing a session. And so you got a day full of live recording. So that's badass. All right. Here we go. And I really wish YouTube would kick on. I don't know. It's stuck at the, whatever. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out in between. Okay. So let's get underway. We have a $5,000 balance today. We are going to go into our live roulette. And yeah, I'm watching our kick stream, and it's like kicking in and out as well. I don't know what's up with that. Oof. Yeah, I don't know. Bear with me. I don't know why our stream is doing so crappy this morning. All right, let's get rid of this. We're going to do, if you saw yesterday's video, we did Romanovsky yesterday. If you're not familiar with Romanovsky, it's a high coverage system. Okay, so we're going to go look at the stats first, and I'll show you that. So we want to see how are the dozens looking. First, second, and third. So first and third are hitting the most. So we're going to start with that. So we're going to go 3 units there, 3 units there, and we're going to cover, let's cover 13, and I'm going to cover 13. I'm going to cover these two. So with Romanofsky, you're covering 3 units on 1 dozen, 3 units on a second dozen, then 1 unit on a corner and a second unit on a corner, not overlapping in the dozen that isn't covered down here, okay? That's covering all but 4. Ooh, good thing we hit it there. That's covering all but 4 of the numbers between 1 and 36 plus 0. So in this case, we have 5 whacks. Now the downside of this, the big downside of this is an 8-to-1 ratio recovery. So if we lose once, we have to recover 8 times at the flat betting. What we're going to do, what we did yesterday, is we're going to double. So when we lose, we double, and we have to win twice at double just to break even. So that's the real danger to Romanofsky. Let's see here. Man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. It says currently keyframes are not being sent often enough, which can cause buffering issues. All right, we got that one. So we're going to start off just a little bit slow with $40. We're making only $5 a pop here. Let's give it a few goes. The nice thing about this one is we can double with a $5,000 bankroll. We can double a bunch. Well, not a bunch, but you get the idea. While I do that, just give me 1 sec. I'm going to see if I can figure out what is going on with and you know what I'm going to do while I'm working on that? Let's just do an auto bet. All right. I don't know. It's got I can't figure out the YouTube. It's giving me a keyframe issue. No buffering. All right. Let's see if I can figure this out. Anybody got any ideas? Keyframe issues. I know they're fine. I would just like to have it. Yeah, I know. Streams are perfectly fine. No lags at all. Okay, good over here. Oh, and there is our dreaded 0 on this. Now, watch. Now we got a double and double again. So we went from a $40 bet to a $160 bet. And if you can imagine, if you go from 160, if we lose this one, we got to go 320. We got to go 640. So that's the real danger of this one. This is normally a hit and run strategy, as is the 5 double streets. So be very, very careful with this. While I'm going to play it the entire session, I highly suggest you just hit and run this one and get out of here. Awesome. And we're stuttering up here too. All right, let's roll. Okay. 14. That's a win, thankfully. And we are going to bet and double again because we have our auto on. So we're going to keep going. Improbus Patris says, thank you for showing your good strats. I love to see them on YouTube, and I make 1,000 profit with that. Thank you. 1,000. Nice. Why don't you fill us in exactly what strat you're using and what's your bankroll and what's your bet size? We would love to hear that because that always helps us figure out where we're at when you say 1,000. I mean, all right, there's a win. There's a win. Okay, so we're up now. We should be up. We should be even back here with where we were at, and we are $15 gain. So we're going to kind of go for it here now. Well, let's just stick with this for a couple more spins and see if we can keep going. Make sure the green dragon is out of the picture. All right. Okay, so our target today is 300, but we have a 30-minute session. We have a 30-minute limit on this pretty much, outside of a plus or minus here and there. So we got to make tracks. I have promised the board of directors, whatever we get to, let's clear this all out. And we're going to go 25. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to put 1 unit there and 1 unit there. All right, we got a $200 bet, right? That means we lose here. We got to go 800. 200, double to 4, double again to $800. So, yeah, that's that's dangerous. Yesterday, when we played this, I think we only lost twice. I'll have to go back and look at the video again. Oof. And can you imagine? First spin we lose on the big bet. All right, that's $200. So now we got a double. Oof. This is where you get, what did we do here? Oh, we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, double. All right, I got to get rid of this auto bet. Good, it's done. That's what screwed me up. Okay, so we're at $800. Let's cross our freaking fingers. Let's cross our fingers that we could do this. All right, here we go. 34, yes, that's exactly what we needed. Now we need 2 of these. Damn. We need 2 of these. So let's rebet. We're at $800 again. Yeah, these are super scary bets here. Man alive, our stream is just coming in and out. I don't know. It might be an OBS setting. I don't know. I don't know why it's doing such shit today. My bandwidth is fine, but I mean, even the site here is freezing up. All right, we're gonna get through this. Let's see. We've been going for about 12 minutes. Okay, whew. With the stuttering up there, it's like, what is the result? And we're going to come here and here. All right, let's roll. Man, it's a gorgeous day. It went from rainy and crappy. Today, it's finally out. Oh, and I got rid of all my gym equipment, and I got my new equipment in. I did a little video of my gym that I built out in the shop, so I'm going to show that maybe at the beginning of this video, and then of my office. It's a work in progress, getting everything out of there. Oh, Mother Mary, look at that. Okay. She's hitting second dozen a lot now and not hitting, I don't know. What do you guys think? Switch it up? She's starting to hit this second dozen, 4 out of, well, 5. I'm going to go stick with this one more time here. We're at $800. Mofo. All right. What does Luigi saying here? Yeah, my upload speeds definitely aren't the best. I'm going to try to get, unfortunately, I'm out in the country. So even if oh man, 32. It's glitching because I'm not getting great speeds. Maybe I might have to cut off the YouTube stream. Maybe I just the dual streams just aren't cutting it. All right, we're going in at 800 again. Oof. I know, it jumped. So I have questions here. Why aren't I playing 9 streets or switch to 9 streets or 5 double streets? No camo. I'm not switching it. We're going to go forward with Romanovsky. I'm committed. We'll see. We're committed. We did yesterday, and Romanovsky worked really well. And I like this. This is a good experiment. This is a good way for people to see how this works. Oh, thank God. It hit that 0, and I was just like holding my breath on that one. Whew. All right, we're going to stick with where we're at, although first dozen is not hitting. You know what? We're going to go, and we're going to go like this. 10, 3, oof. Although it's hitting these top ones. We're going to go like this. Let's see what happens. Now, this is when, it always happens like this. I switch, and guess what? Thanks, Viking. I appreciate it. Again, this is Centennial Day. This is day 100. Amaze balls. And we hit over 70,000. Oh, man. Woo. Look at that. I was going to switch it to cover this top corner up here, 2365. I'm glad I left it. Man. Okay, that gets us, what do we have here? Okay, that got us a $25. So we're only winning 25 bucks a pop here. That's kind of the danger of this one. Okay, good. So I'm hearing the stream is doing okay. I know, saved by the grace of God on that one. Whew. All right, let's see if we can keep going. Oh, man. I told you, as soon as we fucking switch, she's going to start hitting the first dozen. God. Yeah, your innocent face does not fucking fool me, lady. Yeah, it doesn't fool me. Yeah, you got little fucking horns right there under your... I can see... Yep, I can see them. I thought I saw a flicker of a fucking tail back there. Anyway, son of a biatch. Whew. Yeah, this graph... Yeah, this graph does not look good. Oof. Yeah, check out her swag. The hoodies especially. My number one recommendation is hoodies. I just actually got another long sleeve in today. Oh, what the fuck? You know, we're winning, but I mean, she's now hitting first dozen. Look at this. 3 first dozens right after we switch over. Come on, Eddie. Knock this shit off. I know what you're doing. You're pissed because I contact customer service about the graph discrepancies. And you know what? I'll tell you the story. In fact, I'll show it to you guys later here. I have the chat history. I call them and I say, hey, I have a problem with the live stats, this piece right here, not being accurate and matching my playable balance. Oh. Whew. Look at that. We switch. I swear. I mean, we switch and all of a sudden it starts hitting. Okay, we just broke even. We're going to stay how we've been doing. We're going to just stay like we've been. I'm not going to switch right now. Oh my God. No, I don't know. It says, I'm not sure about Romanovsky. Seems like the big bets are super inevitable, super fast. Super inevitable, yes. Super fast, usually not. Like I said, yesterday we crushed it, but it's typically, okay, good. It's typically not one that I recommend doing like I'm doing today. Don't do like I'm doing. I'm doing it just for, I mean, I think it does okay. I just want to keep using it just so people can see. But this is an in and out. This is a hit and run strategy. You get in, you hit it, and you get out because they are inevitable. And then they are difficult to recover. If you lose twice in a row, it's difficult to recover. All right. And I got Soybean back there meowing because he wants outside because it's sunny. And I'm not going to let him outside because now he's crying. That's like children. They start throwing a tantrum in the store and they want candy and whatever. You don't give them the fucking candy. All right. Right between a 4 and a 2, we would have won both of those. That drives me nuts. My kids, when I just look at them and they're like, oh shit. Never had that problem. Go through the grocery store and you see it all the time. Kids throwing tantrum and mom's like, stop it. No. Okay, here you go. What do you think that's teaching your kid? Good Lord. Okay, it's raining over there, Oof. Well, I feel ya. I mean, we got a new dealer. I don't want to play with a new dealer. Dang it. Well, we'll see how she goes. I normally get out, especially with bets like this. All right, where are we at? We're up $95. We're doing okay. Okay. In Belgium. What was that? 27. Nice. That's a win. Okay, there we go. I love Belgium. Such a gorgeous... You know what? Europe, period. The architecture is absolutely stunning. I loved Belgium. Had a great time there, and I can't wait to go back at some point. Okay. Harry Williams says, I laugh like Elon Musk. Oh, that sucks, because, I mean, I think he's brilliant, but I also think he's a fucking whack job. Anyway, back to my story about customer support. So I contact them. I say, this live stats is not matching up with our playable balance. And they said, let's check on this for you. They come back, our system, everything is fine. Not, we think everything is fine, or we see everything fine is on our end. Let's investigate and see what's going on. It's nope. Everything is fine. You're fucking crazy. Okay. So then they tell me, oof. Every time it's going to the first dozen, I'm like holding my breath. Okay. The good news is we are almost at house money right now, right? We're playing with house money shortly. We're at 175. Our bet is 200. So they say, well, do you have video proof? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I do, but I'm not going to comb through it. They're like, okay, well, find video proof and submit us a link to the video showing that it's not accurate. And I think they're like behind their keyboard cackling, whatever. Okay. We're doing all right. Yeah, their system is not it. So I did that $4,000 dice bet because normally I notice it gets out of whack when when you're betting a lot fast, like on dice, as if the system can't keep up with my fingers, right? So I do that dice, no go. It's perfect. And I'm like, son of a gun. Well, then I did one of the challenge videos, and someone pointed out the next day, hey, the live stat says you won 405. You only won 360. It's not correct. And I'm like, that's perfect. I love it. Okay. All right. We're kicking ass. So I send the link to the YouTube video of the daily, $300 daily challenge. And I tell them the timestamp of it. It's at right around the 5.5 minute. I place a bet. It hits the 9. I'm playing 4 centipede, which is basically the 10th streets to the 34th street, all these streets. It hits a 9, I lose. The graph doesn't change a bit. So I send that to them. And I give them the timestamp. They respond back to me. We just looked at it and we checked our system, and we can assure you everything is as it should be. Are you fucking kidding me? Did you actually watch the video and actually go to the timestamp that I told you to? Of course not. So I respond back to him, it's absolutely not fine. Did you watch the video? And he's like, well, I sort of skimmed through it. I'm like, at 5 minutes and 30 seconds, it lands on a 9. We lose. The graph doesn't change. Then they come back and they say, oh, yeah, we see that. And then they want to blame the latency on my browser, on my end, for their fucking chart not updating, right? So they're coming up with all these excuses. Well, the chart, and then comes the big word at the end, but. That chart isn't tracking, and it's latency issues with your browser, but the actual play balance, your stake cash balance, it's fine. We checked, and it's doing exactly what it should be doing. The balance is exactly like it should be doing. And I'm beside myself. There's like no admission that there's a fucking problem with their system. And it's literally it's gaslighting the shit out of me, blaming my browser, blaming my latency, right? And then, oh man, yes. Okay, phew. And then having the audacity, look at this, we're almost at 270. Look at this, we're at 295. Damn, you know what? We're cutting this down to $45 bet, or we're going down like a good boy. We're working towards a 3. Now, how much time am I at? Oh shit, I'm at 24 minutes. Okay, I got 6 more minutes to make some tracks. Anyway, they totally gaslight me, and then they come back and they just like, we looked at our systems, and we can assure you your playable balance is perfect. And I like right back to them, and I said, oh man, look at that, we lucked out. We pulled it back down just in time. All right, let's double. So I write back and I'm like, are you kidding me? These numbers right here, this net gain, this win losses, but this net gain in this chart should be pulling off the same code or the same, whatever you want to call it, as this balance is by they pulling from the same source. So I said, if this is wrong, that raises a lot of question about the actual playable balance if that's updating. And oh man, we would have won on the 5 anyway, so that's all right. And they just repeat. They literally repeat, and he kind of gets pissy with me. He's like, we've checked it. Everything's fine. Fuck off, right? So then I respond back later saying, it's not fine, and you're not understanding what I'm saying. And it was a different service guy that jumps in and says, well, I'm taking over because he's gone, and I've reviewed it, and everything he said is everything that needs to be said over and out. So I write to him, and I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I expected this kind of dismissive response from you anyway. And I said, but that's okay. It'll give me a talking point. Oh, yeah. All right, that breaks us even right there. That breaks us even. We're back at 295. All right, there we go. So I just said, I'm going to show this, and it'll give me a talking point, and I'm going to show your chat history to everybody. Okay. So here we go. I don't know if you guys can see this very well. Look at my long ass responses here. Let me come up to the beginning. Here we go. So I write them. So this was last time. Oh, we just won. How much time do I got? I've got 4 minutes left. So we're going to keep going just with these small bets. So this is all the way up to the original. I hope you guys can see this. And they're telling me, how is your net graph wrong, please? I checked your balance and there are absolutely no issues there. And I'm telling them the live stats is often not correct. Of course, please upload it to YouTube and send us a video so we can check it for you. Also, making sure to provide the game ID. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, no problem. So here it is. I upload them. I tell them it's at the 5:30 mark. Right? Tell them it's at the 5:30 mark. And I will take it from here. So this dude, I don't see his name anymore. Milo. Oh, no. Milos was the last dude. This guy jumps in. I'll take it from here. Allow me in a moment. From what we can see, everything was updating correctly in your live stats. Check that out. I send them the fucking link to the video and the timestamps. And this dude has the audacity to tell me, from what we can see, everything was updating correctly in your live stats. Can you elaborate more? Can I elaborate more? Go back and read this fucking history message. Seriously, do your fucking job. It's not that hard. You have one job, customer support. Don't fucking dismiss me. And I just write, did you watch the video? I have. Didn't watch the full 30 minutes, but I have reviewed it from the 5-minute mark, and there were no irregularities with it. Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me? So twice now, he's come back and saying, everything's fine. Everything is fine. After I told him to go back and watch the video at the timestamp. Unbelievable. This mofo is sitting on his couch somewhere, eating a fucking hot dog and watching professional wrestling and doesn't have the time to actually support me. And here I was, up until this moment, I had been super, super impressed with their customer support. I mean, they're super responsive. So now I have to go back and hold his hand like a little baby that he is and tell him exactly what I've already told him. He comes back. I saw it. It did not record the round that ended with number 9. However, but please note that was the balance you entered was correct. I'm not fucking talking about the playable balance right now. I'm talking about the issue with live stat could have been appeared to do some irregularities with the network, as it can happen when your browser is getting rate limited. It's my browser now, right? It's my browser. It doesn't matter on my side. If it's recording the playable balance, it's recording. The latency, all that stuff doesn't matter. If the play is all on your end. It's one thing for him to say, yeah, if you're not seeing the updated balance here, and then it comes in 30 seconds later, got it. Latency issue on my end of receiving the packets. Got it. That is not That is all on server side. All this information is on your fucking side. Furthermore, we have double checked your balance and we couldn't detect any issues with it, nor any tokens missing. Well, gee, dude, that really assures me a lot, since up in the previous comments, twice you said everything was fine. Can you see I'm going on a massive fucking rant? So then I go to him, yes, the actual balance, I'm just repeating myself. And he says again, as you can see from the video, your balance has been updated correctly. Live stats are just a way of tracking your gameplay and have no effect over your own gameplay. Well, first of all, they do affect my overall gameplay, because I'm looking here, which determines what I might bet next, right? This determines, especially when you're playing dice and you're going quickly, this does affect my gameplay. But that's not the fucking point. The fucking point is, if this number isn't correct, you have a bug in your system, which means our playable balance isn't correct. So now I have to go and repeat the whole fucking thing over again with this long ass rant. And now I get a new dude. Milos. From what I can see, my colleague properly elaborated on the matter. So this motherfucker says, feel free to refer to their messages. Holy shit, Snacks. Are you serious? Gaslight the shit out of me. They did everything. They're 100% right. That first motherfucker couldn't even get to the video at the timestamp and get that shit right. Took that guy 3 times to get it right. Anyway, if anybody has any question, yes, I have a small affiliate sponsorship with Stake. If anybody has a question that I'm in their fucking pocket, fuck off, because right now there's a good chance that the Stake is watching this on my rant and going, let's yank this guy. And if that's what they're going to do, because I'm calling bullshit on their system, do it. I'm not going to fucking stand by when you could literally be ripping off millions of dollars from people if this balance down here is not right. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm not saying that's what it isn't. But there is a goddamn bug in your system. You better go fucking fix it, because that's bullshit, especially on a gambling site with people's purchases of Stake cash, which gets then converted back into a real currency. You're fucking with people's balance here. Okay. Sorry, I had to, tension breaker, had to be done. I feel better. Thank you. I know it's not going to do anything, but, yeah. And there's down here, damn right. Oh, we still won. What's my time here? We're at 33 minutes. What are we at? 3:45? Let's play one more. And we're going to call it a wrap. You got to listen to 90% of me bitching and moaning and ranting and not much about roulette at all. So, okay. Whew. All right. Question. When playing this casino, okay, C-Max says, question. When playing this in a casino, if min bet is $25, what would my min bet have to be for this strat? So if you go to a casino and your min bet is $25 on the table, okay, how would you play this? I think that's what your question is. What would my min bet have to be for this strat? Okay, so here's the deal. If you're going to play these dozens and you're at a 25 min table, you would have to play what I'm doing, which is $75 on a dozen, $75 on another dozen. But what you can do to get around that, and I'll show you here with 10 cents, I'll explain it here. What you can do to get around that is, if you play the inside, it's a total of 25, right? So inside from 0 to 36, your cumulative bets have to be 25. So to get away around that, when you place on the outside first dozen, right, they're going to make you place 25. So you're going to have to get close to that. And you're going to have to go, I need $75 out here. We need 3 units to cover this entire thing. So what you can do is, instead of 3 units, you can go make it even. You can go 4 units. And I'll have to do the math. But basically what you're going to do is do something like this. Oh, I didn't get it. So you see what I'm saying? I would do something like that, where you're putting all your money, and I'll have to get a piece of paper to make, because it is a 3 units on the dozen, 3 units on dozen, and then 1 unit, 2 units there. So we'd have to go through and figure what that else is. But that's the way you get around the table. And that's why I've said, if you go to a table also with a 25 min and you don't want to, you know, go crazy, do this right here, 5 double streets. When I go to MGM, oftentimes if I have either already bet or I'm waiting for lunch or whatever, I'm in between, and I just want to sit at the table for a long time and just have drinks and not stress, I play $5 double streets. It covers, they rarely, only on some tables and rare occasions on roulette will they have their min table limit at 20 more than 25. Whew. So this is a great way. This is a great strategy to do to get around the 25. I like it. And you can sit here and I promise, outside, I shouldn't say I promise. Let me take that back. You can play this strat all night long and either be slightly up, slightly down, or your losses aren't going to be terrible, if you know what I mean. And to me, when you're at MGM or you're in Vegas, if you lose, for me, if you're down $200, $300, $400 in an evening, that's acceptable loss. K and SV says, yeah, but the inside, bet the inside instead of the dozens to not have to bet so damn much. Yeah, exactly. So you can get around, and that's kind of why in the part 2 of the video yesterday, I kind of mentioned how you can get around some of these things. And that's one way. Just try to do the equivalent. Now, it can get pretty hard because you have to do 3 units in this dozen. So you're going to have to think about, how am I going to do that? How do I cover the entire dozen with 3 units, right? And so if it's here with 50 cents, you can do 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, and then 50 cents and 50 cents. You can't do that in Vegas, obviously, but here, if you have 50 cents, in fact, let's do it right now, and you'll make 50 cents a bet. Okay, so let's do it right now. So, and that comes out exactly the same. $1.50 there, $1.50 there, $1.50 there, and then 50 cents, 50 cents. Okay, so effectively, what do? We have 3 here. Oh, these are supposed to be $1. Sorry. We have 3 units here. We have 3 units here, and a single, a 1 unit, 1 unit. This is effectively how we just got around the table limits right there. Robert says, or Poker says, great info tips, easy to understand, much appreciated. You're very much welcome. So that was a $9 win. And if we look at our total bet down here, it was $8. So we are profiting 1 unit, which is exactly what Romanovsky is. So this is also another way. So usually tables have, most of the time there's 4 limits at roulette tables: 5, 10, 15, and 25. Those are the most 4 common. 5 is pretty rare other than the local smaller casinos. A $5 min table is almost non-existent these days. $10 is very, very common. And we have a 30-cent win there. What the hell did we do to get a 30 cent? Oh, because we were 50 cents? I don't know. What do we do for 30 cents? And 15 and 25 are really, really common, right? Now, at my local casino, $10 is the norm. They bump it up at busy times to $15, and then sometimes they bump it up 25. 25 is very much the norm if you go to one of the bigger casinos, but they also sometimes have it down at $15, $10 on the middle of the week if that's what you're doing. Yeah, absolutely. $3 double streets and $2 corner bets. There's a lot. Yeah, you can, and as long as your ratio is 3 units, and then 1 unit, 1 unit, as long as you maintain that ratio. But these are just awesome ways that you can get around those. So what I like is if you go to you know what? Let me do this one more time, and I'm going to show you another awesome bet that I do in the casinos. It's an $11 bet. So if you have a $10 min table and you don't want to bet on the outside, because if you bet on the outside, you're either going to choose, you're only betting on 18 numbers. If you really want to stick to the min, you don't want to bet on 1-to-1. So you're going to bet on the inside. Okay, you can either choose, you could do 10 splits. So there's a lot of ways to get around it, right? But check this one out. I like this strat here, right here. And we're going to use 50 cents as an example. 2 units on a street, 1 unit on an overlapping corner. Then here, we're going to put 1 unit on every one of those. Now you could put right on the dozen, but we don't want to play it that way because of the table mins. That's the beauty of this. So we have 50, 50, 50, 50 on this entire dozen, which is $2. You could put $2 on the dozen, which is faster, but we're basically trying to bypass the table limits. I have 550. If these were dollar units, which you can get at all the places, you would be able to play at $11, have a nice coverage here. You have 4 whacks here. I'll explain this system. Okay. So you see here, we're covering these 2 streets with this 50 cents in the middle. Let's double this up. This is what it would look like if you go to the real table and it's a $10 min table. We're betting $11. If you hit 16 through 21, you're double dipping. This profit here on these 2 streets is a 50% of your bet profit. So when we hit here, like we just did with a 20, we're getting roughly $5 back or $6 back. It's about 50%. If you hit the 6 or the 5 or the 33, 32, now a 10's a full whack. Okay. So we're going to double up. Now on this one, actually, I do 2 in a row before I double up. So if you hit these are obviously full whacks. If you hit the 30 and the 29, the 9 and the 8, those are partial whacks. You lose I think you lose $2 on this one here. You lose $2. But if you hit the 33 and the 32 or the 6 and the 5, because you have the double street plus the corner on the 6 and the 5 and the 33, you double your money. So in this case, we would profit $11. I just meant you double your money off the table. We bet 11, you would get back $22. So that's a 23. So 23 is a $1 win. Now, you know me, I'm not a big fan of strats that do break evens, partial losses, and bingo numbers. I'm not a fan of those. I'm a fan of this because it's fun to play. It covers a system. It gets you just over that 10. Like I said, you could choose instead 10 splits. You could put $10 any way you want and come up with coverage. But this is a fun one, and I actually do pretty well on it. And the beauty of this one is this layout here on the second dozen, you could move that to the third dozen. If you feel like there's a dozen that's just freaking hot, move that to so we won 11. So any of these wins here that aren't doubled up, so just this street, this street, this street, and then 4 and 31, where it only has 1 unit, you win $1. It's where you have it doubled up is where you're going to make more money. So I like this, but you can move this. Let's say the first dozen was hitting hot. You just move these chips to the first dozen. You can also choose whatever double streets you want. I just choose 1 through 6, but you can move that to 4 to 7, 7 to 10, and then put this corner, just as long as 2 numbers are overlapping those double streets, you're good to go. Now look at that. That was a bingo. We won $18. Our bet was 11. We won 18. We won $7. So over 50%, 60% profit if you hit in here. You get 60%. Okay, what do we got? Can't use FanDuel. Yeah, I the whole gambling. Like I said, when I become president of the universe, it's just so stupid that gambling there's such this stigma. We're fucking adults. I get it. It's very addictive. There's a full loss. So we're gonna go until we get one more win, and we're gonna call it. But that's the way. Choose whatever strategy you want. Like I said, you could sit here and do a couple units on a corner, right? Corner. You could play 6 corners, which is the same as playing 2 dozens. It covers 24 numbers. This is called rumple. If you put on the 1-5 corner, 9-8-12 corner, and you go back and forth with 6 corners, that's called rumple. You're covering 24 numbers. The nice thing about that is if you play 2 dozens, people say, oh, rotate your dozens or follow the leader because you want to, oh, then there's a second loss in a row. All right. We're going to double again. We've got the bandwidth here to double our last time. Let's see. Yeah. If I lose this double, we get down, we're going to call it. Is roulette your main job? The answer to that is no. I voluntarily came out of retirement about 2.5 years ago to take a job with a company. And so that's my main, I guess that's my main job. And then I do this just in between meetings and breaks or very early in the morning or in the evening when I'm done with my main job. All right, 23. All right, so that only gets us 1 unit, so that doesn't even remotely get us out of where we were. So we need to keep going to recover. What we want is a 16 through 21, but what we really want is a 5 and a 6 or 32 and a 33. That would bump us way up. What's your biggest loss streak on stake and on which game? Well, let's see. Biggest loss streak and on which game? If we're talking live tables, I think my biggest loss streak is obviously Roulette because I play that the most. If we're talking biggest loss streak period, it's probably one of the digital gamings because you're clicking that button so damn. Oh, so we hit a 9. That's a partial loss. Okay, so we bet 36, or no, let's see. We got $36. We bet $44. We lost $8 on that spin. I would have to say it's probably dice. I'm clicking that button like a mofo, and I have no doubt I racked up probably 10, easily 10 plus wins in a row on dice. On here, I haven't gone past 7 progressions. I've gone to the 7th progression, which means I've lost 6 times. I haven't lost more than 6 times, and I didn't even lose 6 times in a row, but it was bad because I lost once, I lost twice, then you win, but then you lose 2 more. I consider those, oh, we were so close, we need these over here. So this only gives us 1 unit. So that gives us $4 back, I believe. Is that what we're betting on a unit? So now our units, so that gave us $8 profit just now, which paid back the loss that we just had. Yeah, you make good profit. So now I showed the $30 daily profit, which I'm going to do one today. And if you play dice in the digital, I still like those for the really small profit daily targets. Go slow, go with a really, really, really low starting bet, like 10 cents. And you can do it because when dice starts chopping and gets, okay. So that's just 1 unit again. We win $8 because it's hitting here. All right, we're gonna go till we get back. I just want to keep playing this until we either lose a full whack or we hit one of these double streets here, or 5, 6, 32, 33. We're due, right? We're due. I love this community too, man. I freaking love everyone here. I literally, I don't comment nearly as much. We have super active people, but I read all the general messages. I just love hearing everybody's strategies and their results, especially when they're winning, and post their graphs on that. It's amazing. And you go, so if you haven't been on our Discord, get on our Discord because there's channels for every freaking thing in there pretty much. You want to put, no. Okay, good. Okay, that was another $8 win. Come on, lady. Give us a big bump here. I don't mind risking $48 on this. If anybody's wondering why I don't just quit, because I'd like to show you a 5, 6, or 32, 33, or hit one more here on the double streets. Question. Do you have any idea if what's the exclamation points? Okay, you'll have to ask an admin. We'll have to come in with the questions.
I got family.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let's see if we can get a bingo here. Oop, and there's a full whack. So that concludes us today. I was hoping we were going to be able to get that and get that bad boy up, but we're ending at 316.80. Considering we were playing Romanowski for 2 days in a row for the entire time, that's pretty impressive because that's a really dangerous. But I think that's indicative of what you would experience with Romanowski. Unfortunately, if you play it, you're going to hit the double losses, triple losses days. Just walk away. I would suggest if you hit 2 losses on Romanowski, you just call it quits right there. You don't even try to chase the second loss on Romanowski if you lose before you recover. But I think for small bets or whatever, I think this is pretty indicative because Romanowski is a huge high coverage system. Anyway, that's it for today. I appreciate you all. You guys are amazing. This is day 100. Stay tuned. Max is going to be jumping in for a live stream. I'm going to be coming back. We're going to be doing some giveaways. I'm going to talk to the board of directors. We talked about it yesterday. For day 100, I'd like some really, really good giveaways. So jump in there and we'll check you guys later. Be good humans. Oh, you know what I got to do? I almost forgot. We got to pull this up. So we are up 316. Let's just call it 316. Who cares about the 80 cents? So we got to match this up. 42,273. That was yesterday. Now we're at this plus 316. Isn't there a John 3:16, right? And that's on a country song. Summary. Okay, here we're at 336. I have a surplus of 358.9. That's not going to move a lot right now because I'm limiting myself to 30 minutes. I think maybe once a week or something, I'll allow myself to play longer. Today we went way the fuck over because I was explaining those things, and that's fine. But I want to get this thing well over 5,000. I'd like to build this thing back up so I have a little crazy money. But anyway, that's where we're landing. We're at 33,589 through day 100. That's fucking awesome. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys letting me rant on you today. And if you are on stake, please check your live stats. Compare that to your balance. In this case, it is equal today, 316.80, 316.80. Check it. If it's not, get on support right there and then and show them a screenshot of what you're doing. Anyway, all right, be good humans. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself. It's not that hard. And man, have a great day. Have a great week. All right, cheers.